my whole life. I mean, dead serious. So like I transferred high schools. I went to a new high school for my junior year, and we were ranked number one all year, right? Like our coach is the head coach at Harvard Westlake now, ranked number one all year. And we're like, oh, it's cakewalk. Go say I have a championship, please. Like that regret, bro, it's like overwhelming. We go back our next year, we win the CIF championship. I'm like, oh, I'm on top of the world. I leave the country to go to my first university, and I go from like, I'm big dog in LA to I'm playing behind a dude who's 27, and then another dude who's 22, and they're both taller than me, and I gotta try and play center. And then I go to another, I ended up transferring after a year. I went to a Division I in LA, and business, man, like just the coach. Like, if you would ask that coach who's at another university now, what I'm doing now, or what I wanted to do in college, he'd have no idea. No clue. Never sat down like, I want to get to know you. Probably doesn't know what my hometown is, even though I was an hour away. Like none of it. So it's a business, and I found that out really quickly. And I had a girlfriend with me when I was in Canada, and it was like, man, she was back from high school, and I just had to learn, like, you know, it's the same idea. People hold me back, and people have their own path, and you have to have the right people with you when you're going on your path. So
also too, real quick, let me piggyback. When you guys if you do go to a JC, make sure you know the classes you need to take. Because you go to a JC to a D1. Now, if you don't take the right classes, the counselors, they're trying to keep you there. Yeah. I hate to say it like that, they're trying to keep you. So you need to know what I need to do if I'm trying to go D1. If that's what y'all want to do, what classes I need to do to qualify. I had a few friends that went JC, but then they didn't take those classes that needed to transfer over to those D1s, right? And if you go to an NAIA, you got to know what your units are, how, like, you know what I mean? Because your eligibility starts. As soon as you take them 12 units, eligibility is going quick. So you can't just, you know what I mean, just go and think, oh, I didn't play this year, okay, I got 4 more years. It don't work that way.
Ask one of us.
As soon as you step on campus, 12 units start, your clock is ticking immediately, fast. So you gotta know what's going on with yourself. You gotta know everything, bang, bang. And I wouldn't, if I'm in college, I got, all my classes were Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I never got a Monday or a Friday. Because Friday, especially if you have games or stuff, and then Monday, you know Mondays are, right? And get the late classes. Don't get them 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock, you're not waking up. It's over, especially if you got a game, say you got a game on Monday, and you gotta go to class, you're like, no, I'm not waking up.
And a lot of programs are gonna have you work out in the morning as well. So just to let you know, and talk about what he's just said, I went to junior, so I went straight out of high school into a D2 school. I didn't play, so I didn't think that my eligibility started. Nobody had this conversation with me. I got kicked out because I never went to class. I thought I was smart. I could just, take the test like I did in high school. It didn't work that way. Then I went back to the Bay Area. I took a year off. Then I went back to junior college to get my grades up so I can get back to the bigger school, right? So we killed it. I was a football player and basketball player, so we killed it at Butte College. I got, Arizona State. I had UCLA looking at all these big, right? But I had no eligibility, and I didn't know. So nobody had this conversation with me. So you got to take it serious, your eligibility.
One more thing to feedback on that. Now, when you're in class, sit in the front. Don't sit in the back. Get to the teachers, they're going to switch up on you. Because they're going to be like, oh, you're a basketball player. It's all cool. And you miss like a week or two, then they're going to be like, oh, yeah. And then say you got an assignment you need to do. If you don't got that relationship with them, oh, they're not rocking with you. Right. Oh, you got an F on that. You can't read, make it up. And you're like, what? I was gone. I don't care.
Yeah, get friends in your classes too.
Yep.
That helped me out a ton. I studied human services in college. I got 2 degrees in college. I went to school for 5 years. Probably my most proudest accomplishment because I don't like to skip steps. Like, you can't skip steps. Like, your next step, you guys completed high school. Your next step is to complete college. Like, get your degree. Like you said, in the league, and all of a sudden it's gone. But I even when I was coming to the league, being undrafted, I had 2 degrees to fall back on. So there wasn't any pressure. So like you said, a part of finding out who you are is just not skipping steps, failing forward. Even if you go to school, I had a 3.47 GPA in high school. I went to college and 2.0 first semester. Like, it's just an adjustment. But I ain't get down on myself. I was like, all right, well, this girl or this guy, he look cool. Let me talk with him. Let me explain to him my situation. I'm on the team. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, be open with people. Be vulnerable with people. And I'll never forget my senior year. I had a human services project, and I was with a group. We made the NCAA tournament. Talking about teachers switching up on you. Classmates were too. They kicked me out of the group. They kicked me out of the group because you weren't around. I was like, I was just playing down in, March Madness.
I was on TV.
Yeah, I had to do the whole project by myself. Ended up getting a 94 on it. But that's another one of my. But that's because I took class serious. Like I was a guy in class writing down everything on the PowerPoint. Y'all probably don't even have PowerPoints now. But I was a guy in class writing all that down, just so when I took my test, I was prepared. Because it's if you want to skip steps in class, you're gonna skip steps from the court. You know, you can't be somebody in this light and then a totally different person in this light. It all works together. However you over here in class, you're gonna be the same on the floor, and vice versa. You know what I mean? You guys, this is I think a world-class program. You know, I've been to a couple high schools. I've played in a couple different cities. I've been to high schools. I've seen, how you guys go about things. I've seen the parent support. I've seen all of that. So it's a world-class place. So take that with you. Wear that. Don't go off. You gotta make Folsom proud. When you come back, people need to be proud of what you've done. Because this your race isn't about you. Your life isn't about you. You know what I mean? You're a passenger in your own life. Like you're paving the way for somebody else. You're paving the way for the guys who are gonna be seniors next year. When they can call you, hey man, what's going on? You can fill them in. You'll be sitting here one day speaking to some kids. You know what I mean? Like so think big picture and don't skip steps. Like do not skip steps. I walk every step of my career, and because of that, I have a plethora of knowledge. I've learned so much. You know what I mean? Just by being around, being focused, being conscious. You know what I mean? Not like when like you said, sitting in front. When the guys come and check on you, seeing your class. I'll be waving at the I'm here, you know what I mean? So it's about to be the best, 4 or 5 years of your life. Like I look back on college, like I miss like not having the responsibility, of real life stuff. Like you just need to, take care of your grades, be the best damn basketball player you can be. You know what I mean? Everything else is cake. You can have your fun, but you know what I mean? Be responsible. Our nights in college was Saturday nights because we ain't plug in Tuesday. We got Sunday off. So that was our time as a team to kind of let loose a little bit. So have some fun, be young, just don't be dumb. You know what I mean? And don't skip steps. Like I said out there, I'm proud of y'all. You walking into your life, and it's your 20s, your late teens and 20s is gonna be a fun little ride for you.
And then last thing, if I go back, I'll get my master's too. Every time I try to go back, it's not happening. But I follow you guys.
It's over.
It's over. But go after you finish. If you guys ain't going pro or whatever, stay in school, help be assistant like I should have, and get your master's. Boom. At that same time, you're looking at county and state jobs. What makes the most money? Where can I fall in line at? Bang.
So we've thrown a lot at you.
Right.
I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but I think to go along with that, the biggest thing that I got out of college was handshakes. Because regardless of if you're at an NAIA, Division I, Division II, it doesn't matter. There's boosters always in the gym. So every single game we had a section, and it was that was our booster section. Those are the people that was paying for my Chipotle after the game. So I didn't know who wrote what check. I didn't really care. I went up, shook hands, thanked them, showed appreciation. Out of that, I wouldn't have gone to China and played. I had a job offer. I wanted to get into prosthetics. I wanted to be a doctor, and I had a job offer right out of college, and a guaranteed spot out of only 24 spots in the entire state of California to go and get a master's in a master's program. And none of those would have happened if it wasn't handshakes. Like the amount of job offers and opportunities that open up. Like where you guys are about to go, if I have to get your phone numbers from him and call you guys every year and remind you of that, the amount of opportunities that are gonna open up for you guys, that'll be there. You just have to walk through that door. You guys.
I got one last thing. Bring the energy. I redshirted my first year in college, didn't play, and I'll never forget. We playing Georgetown at Old Dominion. I'm a red shirt. I got these bright ass orange shoes on. Bought this basketball tie from Nordstrom. And packed gym, and I'm just on the bench going crazy. I'm not I'm not playing, but I'm a part of it. You know, I'm in it, and I almost got kicked out of the game because I was going too crazy. But my coaches appreciate that about me, and it's a part of who I am. Like, even though I'm not playing or I'm at the end of the bench, like, I'm still gonna find a way to make an impact. Down the street, Golden State, my rookie year, they played 4 minutes a game my rookie year. At the end of the bench, getting the guys involved, waving the towel. Like, I'm a part of it. I feel like I'm a part of it, regardless if I'm gonna make an impact, regardless if I'm playing or not. Like, because that's gonna go a long way. You know, it's gonna do a lot for your dignity, one, but two, you know, people gonna respect that. If you have little banquets and stuff where you gotta go and speak in front of the boosters or whatever, like, be yourself, like, be open, like, you know, just bring that energy, because, you know, in the world we live in now, people gonna need that. A lot of people gonna lean on you for that. Like, you know, that was my whole job for the past 10 years, bringing energy, being a great locker room guy, doing the little things that, you know, contribute to winning, and that's gonna allow you to be a winner in life. Like, the way the game's going now, they aren't building a lot of winners. You know what I mean? They just aren't. These guys aren't built to last. I mean, you gotta do the little things that contribute to winning. Build your championship habits. What works for you? You know, get you a list of 10 things that's gonna work for you. Make sure I get sleep. Make sure I hydrate. Make sure I train. You know, get these things. Get this list. If I gotta play, you know, if I need to cut back on Fortnite, you ain't better play 5-6 hours of Fortnite in college. Maybe I play 2. You know what I mean? I gotta get my little taste in. That's gonna make me feel good. Then that's what I do. That's my championship habits, and you stand on that. You stand on that. So I'm a resource, just like these guys are. If y'all need anything, shout me a holler, bro. I'm always in there. Always.
So your whole journey will be a resource for you. Y'all got any questions or anything? Hope that helps.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Steve in the hall wrote a letter to me. He said I was an asset, and he appreciated me because I'm going to a different unit, whatever. So I just thought about y'all and just trying to be there for y'all. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we got each other, no matter what, right? You guys leave, y'all gonna come back. We still gonna see each other, right? So just trying to uplift everything.
And I had 2 kids play in college, both playing, you know, lower level, but it's both 4-year college ball, and they both said the same thing, which is they love being part of a team. And the connectivity you get from the boosters, but the connectivity you get from having a team like function and having your brothers in arms at college that got your back and you got their back and you go to battle with them. They just love that process. And you got your coaches who are going to help you. You got the boosters, you got your teammates who are your brothers basically, and you automatically have a social networking system when you get to college. Most guys you get to a college, they're by themselves, and they got to try to find a place to fit in. You guys immediately have brothers that you lock onto that have a passion that you have. And I think that just from the start gets you so much into a good spot to be successful in college and therefore to be successful in life. And I think that for them, they just really appreciated that part of the process. And then the other things that they're talking about all just kind of flow through that. But if that's something that, well, I mean, but you guys got to think about that. It's like, how long have you been on teams? Since you've been like 3rd grade, right? And you have that bond. To not have that is a weird vibe to get into college and just not have like people that you have that connection with. It feels really weird. And so I appreciate for them, it keeps you connected to the school, it keeps you from dropping out, it keeps you from, bonds to success is really the key to success, because it keeps you from flaking off, or when you get down, someone's there to pick you up. When you are having struggles, there's someone there to have your back, and it's always, and that keeps you in the family. When you don't have that, man, it's hard to stay on that track. So, and I think that's just a huge part of it. Not to mention on a functional level, you get your classes. They're talking about when to schedule classes. You guys always get first classes up here in the athletic program. You remember that?
Yeah.
They basically, you get to come to the front of the line of the whole college, and they go, where do you want to go? Then everybody else gets behind you. Well, if you're not, you're the one behind on the lottery system or trying to jam it into the computer after everybody does, and then you got tutors, and you got all, you can get all this front
When you
loaded
get
stuff.
when you get that FAFSA check, if you guys get it, do not spend it. You're gonna get like 2,500 the first time you ever seen it. When I got it, I was like, oh my God, no one's managing me? I had all the shoes, had shorts, anything. Then I was like, damn, I ain't got no food money, no nothing. So when you get that check, just do me a favor, just, that saves 2,000, 1,000 goes away in the savings, then you go ahead and spend it. Or even more, maybe 1,500 go away and then save the 500. I mean, use the 500, but just manage it correctly. Because no one's gonna be there, you're on your own.
And what's gonna hurt you the most is eating out. I'm telling you right now, eating out right now is the most expensive thing. If you don't have cars, you're gonna be spending on gas and all that. But when you're in college, I'm telling you right now, everything is eat out, eat out, eat out. Even though we eat on campus, but you know you're gonna wanna go eat out. So you gotta be disciplined. All right, I was always broke because I was eating out, and that's back in the day.
Y'all go get a Costco, if someone got a Costco card, and go get that stuff all there. Boom, boom, so you don't gotta go out. Everything's at the house.
Yeah, just be disciplined.
But that's it, man. So,
That's a lot.
I got some nuggets.
That's a lot. Hey, we can-
Check everyone.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
got walk in. What's not in there?
Hey, yeah.
He went home fast. He got out here real quick.
Yeah, just eat out. Yeah, in and out right now.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Thank you all. Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. You right?
Yeah, I was thinking of eating.